All right, welcome everybody. Jeff Hershey here as we get started right at the top of the hour. I know we got a few seconds before everybody catches up and the viewership and all that stuff comes in. So just let me know that you guys can see the screen. It's our agencystarterkit.com invitation for everybody that's on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull myself up on the screen and then get rid of that banner and we are good to go. So today is a cool one. Today's us building a high converting sales deck with AI in 30 minutes or less. We could actually uh, do it pretty quickly with ChatGPT nowadays. I'll give you the prompts and stuff that I'm using from there. And then we're going to build a presentation deck today using AI based on the Reviewly 2026 update. So this is a training session as well. It'll be recorded, posted in the members area, all that great stuff for our members that have joined using reviewly.ai/control and being part of the program as we get in. So as we get going, I see comments popping up. What's up, buddy? How you doing? So, and actually his name is Buddy. So we're good to go. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I invited a bunch of our folks on here. We'll see, kind of who goes in and who goes through and joins us. And then what I'm gonna wind up doing is I'm gonna pull up the screen and we're just gonna start to work. Okay. We're about a minute in or so from the top of the hour. So what I'm gonna wind up doing is I'm actually going to add looks like the screen. Hold on one second here. I'm going to pull this out, and then you guys should be able to see the school area as we go, which is going to be great. What I want to do here is looks like I can't add the second camera, but we'll play around with it a little bit. I'm gonna add me to the bottom side here, and that way you guys can see me. And then I'm just gonna move this off to the side. We should be good to go. All right. So where do you find this training? If you want the deck and the stuff that we're going to build today, it's going to be in the local AI authority system. This is what we did yesterday. We did the 2-minute VSL last week. We did a little video last Monday on the different phases and everything of how to get started. And obviously, you're part of the live training series as we get it. So today, I'm going to add the page, and this is going to be building your presentation deck. Okay. And part of what you're going to see today is literally me going in and building the presentation deck for the spring and summer of 2026 for Reviewly. So I'm going to be showing you exactly what I would do internal, what we're doing internal for ourselves as we get going. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've got ChatGPT open, and because we are technically on the clock today, right? We can do this in 30 minutes or less. It's not that big of a deal for me. Can't say we have a head start, but obviously I've already put in the chat my brain, right? You've got the Reviewly brain, you've got the Jeff Hershey writing engine, all that great stuff. So by me having that information already in here, yes, it does speed things up. Okay. But if I were to go in, I would be feeding it my website. I would be feeding it any sales presentations. And we're going to do that today that I have previously. Any content, articles, blogs, things like that, because you want to build a project. And then as you can see on the left-hand side, I've got my different projects, right? Internal courses, response engine, Loud AF, Leadsly, Reviewly. The top 3 should be all very familiar to a lot of you, right? So those are some of the big main projects and companies that we're working on right now. And then I'll keep everything inside of that project except for my brain, for the Reviewly brain, which you guys now have access to, and my writing engine, because those are custom GPTs that I share with my team, with you guys, and things like that. And I can always link to those in here, right? So those are things that I can do. Now, it knows me. I'm logged into my account, knows my style. So what I can do for us and what we're doing is I can, share this project with my own team, as well as you guys can see here. What I can do with this is I've already told it, because I'm logged into my account, use my brain, use the Reviewly brain, use the Jeff Hershey writing engine, things like that to create this. So I don't really need to tell that anymore because it has all the different styles and triggers and things that we want in here. So I'm going to tell it that we need to build specifically something, and we're going to have it create the slide deck. I have a specific format that I use for those slides, and I'm going to show you how I take the slides from ChatGPT and get them into Gamma and get myself probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes a draft that we can use, and we can edit it and go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and say, I need to make, I'm going to make this big again so you guys can see it. So there you go. I'm going to go into, I zoom just a little bit more. Whoops, wrong screen. Now it's not real. Okay, so that's about as big as I can make it. Okay, so I need to make a slide deck presentation outline for Gamma cards in my pitch deck. Okay, Gamma uses slides as cards is what it calls it, so that's just why I put it in there. So I need to present to, and I'm just going to say my local chamber, okay? My local chamber on the benefits of AI and AI SEO with reviews, and also, how, and also very lightly how Reviewly can help, right? So then with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out. I've got this information that I want to set up from here. I cannot pitch to this group. So it will be a 5 to 10 minute presentation. Actually, probably make it, let's make it 10 to 15. Because normally you get about 10 to 15. Can't spell right there. Cannot produce a presentation with mostly content. There we go. Okay. So I'm just basically telling it, I need a slide deck, outline, Gamma cards, pitch deck, who it's for, what it can't do, right? I can't pitch this group. This will also be for my white label agency members to take and use. So we cannot use the name Reviewly, right, in there for you guys. And then I need this in my usual Gamma format that I ask you for, and in full copy paste detail on the first run. All right, why am I saying that? Because normally what happens is Gamma, chat in this case, when I tell it what I want, it will start to give me a couple good slides, and then it kind of gets lazy in a way. Like it doesn't fill in the descriptions and things like that. I have a format, so I then have to go back and tell it, and I don't want to wait 20, 30 seconds for that to happen. Okay, so we got copy paste, and let's see what it does. So now you can see that this is the structure. It's going to create awareness and realization, what the future looks like, and a light bridge, no selling, right? To have them ask after. And then this is my Gamma format. This is key. I've built it into my own ChatGPT to do this. It will not automatically do this for you if you don't have or tell it this. I like title, headline, subheadline, description, and a script. The reason why I ask for all of that is so that when I put it into Gamma, it actually fills out those slides quite cleanly from there. Okay. What happens as it's building this, right? It's building all these slides from here. What you'll see is new way customers choose businesses. Google is not the first stop anymore, right? AI is quietly becoming the decision maker, and then shift their mental model immediately is the description. And then if you think customers are still Googling and clicking websites, you're already behind, right? So a little bit of fear and getting their attention from there. I actually like that from here. So this layout right here tends to start to build slides that look like this for me, right? That's how I build these type of slides on the first run and only have to make some edits. So you can see that Gamma is able to go in here and build some of these slides. I don't know what this is. This must have gotten broken or something in there, but you can see you've got the different setups, or I just downloaded it from there. And then these are the type of slides that we look to have it built. These are some examples of ones that we're going to give it here in just a little bit. So chat should be done. Let's see how many slides it gave me. It gave me about 20 slides. It should be 13 slides. Awesome. So that's about a minute a slide, right? It gives you time to walk through. And what I'm going to do here is, and I'm not going to cheat for the sake of time and just copy and pasting it. We're going to go through and we're going to look at each of these real quick, okay? Because we are within plenty of time to get this slide deck built in under 30 minutes. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to review what it says, right? So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so I can read it all in one slide. Okay, so what AI actually looks like, right? It doesn't rank, it recommends. Great topic there. You're probably better than your online presence. That's a great little pain point. I like that. The silent problem most businesses have. All the things that I tend to talk about. The compounding gap. Your competitor is winning just by default, not because they look better, right? So our description here is we're going to be escalating the pain in this. And then title. Reviews are no longer just nice to have. They are your visibility engine. Cool. And then the hidden lever, right? It's not about just getting reviews. So reviews is the secret weapon that you've had the whole time. You just haven't been using it, which is great for this. AI advantage, speed and consistency, generating reviews on a daily basis. Introduce AI without pitching, right? From there. And then what's AI doing behind the scenes? We're automating what's known as trust signals. So what we're doing is we're reframing the word review into trust signals, right? That's huge. From here, what it looks like in real life, okay? Why most businesses don't do that. It's not a strategy, it's friction, right? They don't know what to do. In this case, the shift that changes everything, right? If you automate this process, so we're showing them how to solve the problem. We're not talking about our system at all. And then how to make it wins. Stay small, stay consistent from here. And then if you're curious about this, happy to show you guys what it looks like from here, but that's an easy way to win. I think the optional leave behind slide, 3 things that move the needle fast. I think this works. If you do nothing else, do this. Go simple over complicated, ask for reviews constantly, respond to a review, stay active weekly. Would you guys like that added in there? Give me a yes or no in the chat. And for me, I'm going to add this in here as we go, right? As we get in there, I think this makes some real sense. And then strategic notes for you, not the slides. So chat's now talking back to me as we go in here. Yep, pain gap. All of that makes sense. Turns this into a gamma ready JSON prompt. I don't need to do that. I don't need a speaker ready version with timing. So you can see here for you guys, if you're building this on your own, in this case, right, you have the ability to start telling it what you want to do next from here, right? And you can see that it's pulling from all of my notes and all of this. So I'd like to leave, yes, let's add the additional slide here and close any loops. Yeah, the description, the way you have it may confuse gamma a little. So let's, leave that out or clean it up. So here's the key, right? Give me everything I need in one copy paste output. Now, obviously proper grammar and all that stuff doesn't necessarily have to be perfect when you're going in with chat. Wow, that was really quick on there. Tell it what you want. Tell it what you don't want is more important. And we're at the 15-minute point here, and I'm getting pretty close to what I think would be a final version of this. Okay. Again, this is my chamber presentation, networking groups, small, individuals you can do this on your own site as educational, right? You can put this on your social media, post it to Facebook. Okay. From there, now you can see it actually pulled out the description, title, headline, sub, and script. I like this. There we go. This looks better. The description's usually for me to get it started, and then I take that out. And then slide 3 closes the loop. Why this matters more than ever. Visibility check. I can run a quick scan for you, right? See how your business pitches up. And then optional QR slide for conversion from here. Cool. So now it's actually changed my notes. It's actually changed the end here. So this is not exactly what we wanted. Okay. So close the loop and insight. So now it's actually giving me something to actually collect the individuals at the end. I like this one a little bit better. You guys like this one where it actually asks for them to scan a QR code and put in their information. You can use our review snapshot to do this, right? We do a visibility check where you show up where you're missing opportunities from here. And then if that would be helpful, just grab me after. And then you can also put this on as an optional. I'm going to give this to you guys. Okay. So does 3 things: educates, creates the pain, and pulls, right? To be able to get them to come after you. There's no pitch. It's just clear of what you're able to do from here. And then I can turn this into an exact Gamma import prompt. I'll show you guys what I do here. I'm actually going to click this little copy button, and then we've got Gamma examples of the other slides that we've done. From here, we're going to talk about that after I build this slide. So I'm going to go back into my Gamma. It's called gamma.app. As you can see, I've been using it for a significant amount of time. I've been using this for probably almost 2 years now. One of their original users, and I love it, right? You can use Claude Code to build you slides now. I have friends that have jumped from Gamma to Claude Code right now. I think for most of the folks that we work with, if you use ChatGPT to Gamma, you should have everything you need, okay? So again, these all change. Like this is interesting. I've got some of my recent prompts in here that we were playing around. You want to go to generate right here. No, so let me just reset this. Generate. It said I had 13 cards. I would just put in 15. After 15, it goes up by 10. On my plan, I think I pay $20 a month right now. I have a lot of little $20 to $50 a month plans that they add up, but I get a lot done with them. We have a 20-month plan. You can put in 15 cards here because you know it's right about 13 or 15 or whatever it is. If you have 30, it will break it up. Don't worry. One of the big things, classic, I leave it as classic. I go to traditional, which is a 16 to 9. From there, otherwise, we'll set it up. And then all I have to do is paste that entire prompt in here. I can edit out the top. Now I've got slide 1. Go to the bottom. Final notes. These are just for me. There you go. Now you can see in the prompt, it was going to give me a script, QR funnel page, all that stuff, right? So you can build those for yourself from here. And then I'm going to click on edit prompt. And I used to have to do more with this, but I can click on edit prompt. It'll take a second from here. I get a clip on the left-hand side. The text, do I want it concise or detailed? For you guys, we'll leave it detailed. It already knows we're writing for small business. I don't ever touch any of this. I would normally put it in the Reviewly green for us, and you can always go to school blue as well inside of this. You can adjust it. They give you a bunch of different ones, but I'm going to use our Reviewly one for us. Actually, matter of fact, I'm just going to use the school blue so you guys have that. AI images, I leave it at that. I just use the illustrated. You can go through and do photos as well. Whatever works for you, you can go back in, and then anything optional, right? I pretty much just leave this as is. This is my default color scheme that I've got. Close down. Now that's annoying me. Any optional notes, you don't have to really worry about anything from there. And then I'm going to click on card by card. And then you got about 10 minutes left to create the slide deck and get it done. So right now you can see everything in here is just broken down. I normally don't even scroll. 15 slides. Okay. I'm going to click on generate. Now, what I can do is I can leave this, and if I leave this browser, it will stop building the cards. Okay. So right now it's good because it's started. So let's go in and let it build from there. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share this. And I'll be able to give you guys that link. But let me go ahead and share the chat with you guys real quick. So you have this. Once it logs in, copy link. There you go. And then let me go into the school group. And then working chat GPT. There you go. Put it in there for you. And then once the gamma deck's done, we'll go from there. So right now it's created about 7 slides, as you guys can see, and then we'll go in there and it will generate the slides and it will generate everything that we need. And actually, I do like this color. This is the one that I use by default anyway. As you guys get in. So a couple of things that you can do while it's building the rest of my slides on the left, I'd start adjusting the text to be how I want it, right? And then you can always go in and use the AI agent and you can walk through this font. I like this to be large, right? So there you go. And then I would go in, I'm going to set this up and we can make all of those however we want it from there. Okay. So what we can do here now is I could actually go in and create me a VSL script for this presentation. There you go. So now I told it to give me a VSL script from here. And actually, let me stop. I'm going to go back. Create me a VSL presentation and mark it slide by slide. A little bonus here for you guys. So I'm going to have it mark it slide by slide. Okay. So it's about 10 to 12 minutes. So now, if you guys notice, I've now given you with this our exact script specifically for this deck that just got built from here. Okay. So I like this. I need to make this maybe a little bit bigger from here. Maybe title from that. So now I would go through each of these slides, right? Content was scaled to fit. Look at this, see how it makes sense. I can make that a little bit smaller in this case. So I'm just going through and making sure that these slides are readable for what we're looking to do, right? I like maybe make this one a little bit bigger. No, make that one a little bit bigger. It's kind of like to have a couple things pop out a little bit on each slide. That can be bigger. And this is kind of missing something here, right? So I can go in, tell it that I want this. So I'm going to go in until I want to accent image, have AI create the image, and then generate from here. While it's generating that image, you guys can see nothing for Reviewly is on here. Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit for you guys. There you go. And yes, I am posting this in the school group. You have to be part of the advanced AI, local AI authority system with the new Reviewly upgrade. I'll give you guys a link for that real quick in case you want it. /control, right? You have to be part of this program to get it. Whoever think local agency is, and then you should be part of that. If you're not, I'll just put the link in here. This is what we had out last week. This is the final training for this group. So all the updates, you're going to get this as part of it as well. So there you go. And then, yep, sorry about not zooming in on that. My apologies. All right. So now you can see that we've got, nothing really great with this on here. So I can kind of tell it what I want, but we play around with it. I'm going to take this and make this heading, right? So I want them to focus on that. And then I don't really like this, so I'll probably play around with that later. It's not just getting reviews. I like all these. I like these to be large. There you go. Actually, I don't like these to be large. It doesn't make sense. These can be normal. Okay, from there. There you go. Okay. This can be large. This can be large. All you do is just click on it, right? So I just want to be able to have something where it looks like it can read, remove the friction, right? So this doesn't really make sense. So I can adjust that image later if I want, but that all looks good. Simple, scalable, repeatable. No, don't like that. Okay. And I like this up top, actually, here. I know that you guys are probably wondering what it says because it's a little small, so I need to get bigger. Now this, I'm actually going to center this. So I'll play around. You can see I'm just kind of making it how I want it for my own from here. And then these can probably be a little bit bigger. Or this definitely needs to be bigger. This one at a minimum from here. Okay. There we go. Effort over system, right? From effort to system. Nope, I don't like that. And I will work some visual copy as well. Like, yeah, maybe this isn't perfect, right? There you go. This can be a little bit bigger. That to be a little bit bigger. Let's see how that looks when I make them all a little bit bigger so it sticks out. Okay, from there. And this needs to go be bold again. I don't know why that wasn't bold. There you go. Okay. Oh, that's why. Come on. All right, there we go. Okay. From here, start small as we get in. Make this a little bit bigger. I tend to find spots that I can fill in gaps. I like to be visually clean on this. And then the AI is choosing your customers for you. This, I don't know if I can make this any bigger without it just being too much. Large text. Oh, I can. Cool. Okay, AI is choosing for your customers. Want to see how you show up. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. Here's what you get, right? Grab you after the session, take a 5 walk through, most valuable. Yep. So you guys can adjust this and then scan to see your online presence. So this would be realistically, we need to put something over here. And then we'll put a QR code, right? So you'd put your own QR code over here. And then this is it. So now all I got to do is I go to share. I can export it to a PowerPoint, to a PDF. I tend to do a lot of PDFs, or you can do Google Slides, right? From here, obviously you can post it directly to LinkedIn. If you do to PowerPoint, and I'm a Mac person, so I can download PowerPoint, but I'm going to show you what's going to happen. In some cases, when you export it from there, hold on, it's going to export. And then once you export it, there we go. Click here to download it. There it is. When I upload it into my Keynote, or I open it in Keynote, right? A lot of the times it works out fine. But in some cases, I only got 15 slides here, which is great. Let me make it a little bit bigger for everybody so you can see it. And then some cases I have to go through and I have to look at the formatting. It's actually, I think it's gotten really good. So here you can see the images are blanked out. I don't know why, but if I just delete that, it happens to pop up, right? So you just have to kind of go through it and obviously check your work and your stuff. But I can tell you guys right now, I'll put my QR code here, right? Or I can delete that if I want. And now I actually have, in under 30 minutes, a presentation that I can give to the local chamber from here, right? We are literally at 29 minutes and I took my time, walked you guys through everything and trained you. Would that presentation be something that you feel that you can go in and you can do some slight customization for yourself from there and then edit and make it your own? Give me a yes or a no for those of you that are on here. And then let me know if you think you could actually do that for yourself. Because what I'm going to do while I look to see if you guys are in the chat, I'm going to move this over. I'm actually going to give you a copy of this, right? So now you can view it. and then copy the share link. So let me go ahead and put myself back down on the screen here. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to go to share. I'm going to go to view. Anybody with the link, I'm going to copy the share link here. I'm going to go put you guys in the members area, add resource link, chamber presentation example gamma. There you go. Put it in there, saved. There you go. So now we did it in 30 minutes flat, right? Pretty clean, pretty simple as we went in. I'm probably going to change this copy just a little bit for myself if I were to use this, because I need to make sure it makes sense for us and what we're doing. But I'm actually going to take everything that you guys see here, and then I'm going to create my own new document. And I'm going to use this for one of our VSLs as well. Chamber, oops, this is a chamber example. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there, paste it. So now I've got this set up on my, should be, I'm going to make sure it's on my desktop. It's not, so I would have lost it. So it's on my desktop, and then we're good to go. Okay. So now I'm going to go in, and I can pretty much just copy paste this exact script, but there's a couple of things that I want to do to personalize it for us and put it out there as we get going. So I will make sure that you guys have everything you need with this. If you just take this chat, if you just take this gamma, and you can go in there and you can record it on your own, you can put it into something like HeyGen and use that tool as well. Because what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take my voice in 11 Labs, put it into my HeyGen account with the slide deck, have it break it up, and then let it record from there. That's how we're going to do this, right? It'll be quick, clean, and simple. So now we want to build my 2026 sales deck, right? My new version sales deck. So I'm going to give it the prompt. And what I've done is, and I'll show you guys this, is I've actually gone in, and this is the review lead deck that you saw for the presentation for the new 2026 release. Well, obviously, it's a little bit about me, and then how AI helps decide, right? This is great in here. So I can probably give it this deck, but what I did was I actually downloaded it into a PDF format. So I actually downloaded 4 PDFs today from all of those decks, right? So I've got the fall update, my demo deck, my really revolutionized reviews, and then the future of AI and local authority. So those are the ones we're going to do from here. So I'm going to upload these. Okay. So now I am going to upload all my sales decks that I use to present to an SMB, a multi-location SMB, keep this light, and white label reseller agencies using my, what did I call it? My Reviewly 2026 demo deck. From there, I am adding in the future of AI deck from last week. I need to take the AI and AI feature sets and merge the two into a clean, simple presentation I can use moving forward. Okay. I will also add in my other 2. I think I have 2 other ones. Make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have my other 2 decks just so you have them. you can copy the exact slide or tell me to use slide number X on deck X to build perfect presentation. I want to reframe reviews to AI trust signals in this new deck. I do not do a slide by slide on my demos. I pick and I'm telling it everything it needs to know. I pick and choose based on the conversation, but I do want to make a VSL from this. So give me the outline first based on everything. Then we can dive into the gamma cards. All right, so now I need to upload these 4. So I'm going to take these 4 that are here, put them in. I'm just going to upload them. Okay, that's how we're going to make this work. As I go, as I upload from here, it's still uploading. This is my big demo deck. So, and if you guys have ever been on a sales demo with me, this is the one that I've been using for years. I just update it every year. And then basically I've just prompted it what I want to go through. So this is how we would do it. Perfect. I like this, right? So do you guys like the reframe? Reviews equals reputation. Now reviews equal AI trust signals. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to send a picture of that to my team right here. And that's where we're going to go with this. Okay. There you go. VSL backbone, the shift, pull from the AI deck, strongest part I have, break their current belief. I like it. Okay. We're going to use these. Okay. This is not marketing. This is selection. You're not competing for clicks. You're competing to be chosen. I like that. Okay. The invisible problem, make them feel the gap, your current stats deck. Okay. And then AI deck layered on top. Yep. That sounds good to me. Okay. You're losing. You're not losing because you're bad. You're losing because AI doesn't trust you yet, which is great. Okay. The reframe, this is your money slide. Reviews equals AI training data. I love it. Okay. So this is great from here. Okay. The gap, why they're losing. Deck 1, page 17, why people don't leave reviews. I love it. Okay. AI frame layered in. I know what's on those decks, so it works well for me. Deck 1's the 3-step system, QR, AI. Yep. Okay. So it's pulling from the 2 different ones. From there, we call it the AI trust signal engine. I like that. Right. Okay. How it works, simple loop, capture, amplify, train AI. Love it. Okay. AI layer, this is new value. Okay. AI response keywords, these are all the things that we have. Okay. This isn't automation. This is AI positioning. Every response makes you feel findable. Love this. Proof, momentum. As we get in, momentum beats perfection, right? Just getting started. From there, we got the multi-location. We got the AI deck dashboard. That's perfect. No deep dive. Yep, because that's what I told it, right? I don't want that. And then we also have the slide deck for the resellers in here. You don't sell marketing. You don't sell reviews. You sell AI visibility. Okay. And then let's go ahead and take a look at this. Soft close. I look to your business. Would it recommend you? Okay. I like that. If it says no, you're not sure, you need our tool. Okay. So path A versus path B, pick AI to pick you, or your hope it does from here. And then VSL structure based on this. Yep. AI decides, not Google. This is the layout. Okay. Hook, the problem, reframe, the gap, solution, AI layers on top. We got some proof and then the decision. Okay. What we cut. Yep. Over explaining, tax deck. You're not selling software. I'm selling AI, the control of AI perception. Right. These are all key things for us. Okay. I love this. Yep. So now if we go tactical here, all I have to do is say build the gamma deck. Put a build in the chat if you guys want me to build this. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually build this. I'm going to let you guys watch me do this. So now the cool part about what it's doing here is while it's building this, it's actually telling me what I have that's good from other pieces. And I can actually then now go move them back and forth from there. So it's pretty clean. It's pretty simple. It's very easy. So now I do my format here, slide 5, slide 6, slide 7, slide 8, slide 9. So it's got a full system from here. Got everything that I need, optional multi-location, optional agency. That's perfect. Okay. Seven. Hold on one second here. All right. Looks like we've got a simple question. There we go. And then we want to vol. Yep. So now it also, what it did not give me, as you guys can see, it didn't give me which slides I'm replacing. Yes, I don't see your notes. So AI is not perfect, right? So let me go ahead and put myself back down here. I see your notes on which slides I am pulling in from, like you said. Can you make a note on those after the gamma format so I know and save time? Let's see what it does. Okay, so now it's got my source mapping. Okay. But now it's not doing everything from here. So it's giving me things for my different ones, right? Yeah. So, but it's also giving me source decking. That's not what I want. Yeah. I don't need the source. I need to know the ones I am keeping that are not being rebuilt. If that is not correct, then I can just make new ones. Let me know. There we go. Let's see what it says. Unchanged or very lightly edited. Okay. Change. Okay. Page 1, deck 2. Okay. Looks like we're keeping, right? So 5. Okay. All right. So this gets a little bit to be confusing. So let's go back and we're going to go back and give this other one, and I'll come back and take a look at this later. Right. So these are all my slides from here. Perfect. So I can go in there and I can edit it. Right. So there we go. Slide 10, 20, 22, 23 slides. Perfect. There we go. I'm going to go into gamma. I'm going to create another one. Create gamma. Generate. Default. Traditional. This is what, 20 slides. So we'll just do 20 slides or whatever from here. And you can see how fast I tend to go now. In this case, boom, slide 1, edit my prompt, and let's see. Now I can go in, I can let it work, and I'll have it create my slides, and now I know which ones it wants. It has. I'm going to make it for my Reviewly color because this is for my own presentation. From here, I got 23 cards. It'll build. from there. And here we go. Now, one of the big things that I don't like with uh, slides like this is I like to move the images from one side to the other. So it's just a personal preference for me. So I'm going to go through. That's the first thing that I notice, right? So now it goes a little bit side by side, and you can see each of these is on there, and I can start to make this work as we go through, right? So I'm not sure why this is down here, and then now this will take me a little bit more time on this one, because what I need to do is I need to now go through and I need to look at what we've actually created in here, make sure I like them one by one, and then take that deck and merge it with slide 7 from whatever, and from there. So the cool part is what we've got already suffices to be able to go in and look at everything that we've built. I don't know why this is still generating the AI image from there. Sometimes it locks up. You can see that this is quite, actually, some of these images look almost exactly the same. Remove, like, that's the old reputation loop right there. Man, that's pretty funny, because that's we actually named a company based on the infinity loop there. You've got this, which I think looks really cool. Probably add in our stuff, capture the moment, follow up instantly, right? So now I can go in. I'm probably actually going to play around with this and then just put in my own images and play around with it. This will take me 30 minutes to an hour or so as we go to set this up, right? Change some of the images and go from there. And then you got 1 or 2 paths. And now I got a final thought, right? And I set this up. So this is our Reviewly spring. Actually, I call it summer 26, because by the time I get it out there, December 26, AI now decides, right? So share. I'm going to give this to you guys as well, so you can customize it and make it however you want, your own. But you're going to see that this is going to be 95% of what I'm going to do as we go in. So now you have a chamber presentation. You have this presentation, right? So chamber, they go really summer 26 outline. Boom. And there you go. So I'll put that in here. And then obviously this video is going to go in the members area as well. A couple things. If you want the upgrade, so if you want the upgrade of what we've been doing and you have not purchased Reviewly yet, or you're watching this and you're part of the program, you can go to reviewly.ai right here, reviewly.ai/control, and you can get in. Okay. You'll see everything we get in the release. These presentations, everything that I'm building publicly here, they're for the members. So you need to be a part of that control, AI reputation control system, and the way we've positioned it to be able to get into this classroom, right? And this classroom inside of our group is where all of the content and everything that is sitting in here is for you to be able to have and to go through. So I want to make sure that that's really clear. You guys can watch me build it and go through, but if you want the actual chats and the decks and the website that we linked to and built and all of those, you need to, and the cold outreach copy that we built yesterday, you need to be part of this group from there. That's one of the biggest things I want to be very clear on as we get in and be part of this. So if you're in there, you can be able to grab this deck and everything else that we've been able to do today to walk you through that. Now, if you're just watching this for the first time, you're not sure who we are, what we do, everything that I showed you today is part of all the trainings and everything that we have inside of agencystarterkit.com. This is part of our community. I do a lot of these trainings. I do a lot of over the shoulders. I decided I was going to test this out with our live streams to show folks how you can actually go out there and build your own website, how you can actually build your own sales presentations. And the group was very kind enough to let me share that information with each and every one of you today. And they get the benefit of having access to the actual final results and the final deck and everything that they need from there. So I urge you, if you are watching this, you go through, be part of that community, join, interact, see that like we are doing this. Here's what we're doing, and everything is set up. And you'll watch the evolution of everything that we have inside of the system, be able to grow and get started. So, with that being said, my name's Jeff Short, goes Jeff Hershey in the space, and I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. If you have any questions, you can go to support at jeffhershey.com. My team will be able to get you in touch with us. If you have anything for Reviewly, you can use the support address over at reviewly.ai. But support at jeffhershey.com will get you started, up and running, and we'll make sure that you have everything you need to be able to build your own presentation for your own company, for your own agency, or even a sales deck for a product or service that you're marketing. You can use this training for each and every one of us that are on here, for our team members, and for those of you that joined us. Thank you for being part of it. I appreciate you coming on. We've got a lot of great stuff coming in the future, in the spring and the summer, of what we're doing to generate leads and sales inside of our community, inside of our trainings, for our own agency. Because yes, we do this on a regular basis. We serve and work with our own clients, but we also serve agencies just like you. So with that being said, have a great rest of your day. You've got all the tools you need to be able to go out there and get started. You've got the decks you can present to a chamber. You've got the outreach. You've got the ability to write your own outreach, write your own decks, update and create your own pages, and make it your own and make your agency work for you. So with that being said, we'll talk to you guys all soon. Cheers and have a great one. Take care.